Hello everyone, welcome back. Today we are building the Blokees Transformers One Starscream. And keep in mind that some of these pieces, like that yellow piece there, that was actually in the bag. So if you don't see what what numbers they're from, it's probably from the ones in the bag. And to be honest with you, I really struggled to build this model kit here. This is my first classic class from Blokees, and right off the bat here you'll see me struggle with this headpiece. As you can see, there's a gap there at the top. It just wouldn't come together. It just keeps popping out. Just wasn't sure what was going on there. I took it apart multiple times actually, try to put it back together again, but it just wouldn't really fit. I had to really squeeze it like really hard. See, I kept putting it together and then taking it apart and putting it back together again. Yeah, I tried for a while there. Probably edit out about a minute of it, but I finally managed to do it after squeezing them together for a pretty long time. But yeah, this model kit was a bit of a pain, really. My thumbs were hurting. The problem, I think, is just that it doesn't snap together. It's like it feels very squishy. And the light here is pretty bright, so it's good. Battery works. But one thing about these lights is that when it's not lit up, the eyes look very dark. So there's no color to them, really. That's the one downside of these lights. I think I would have preferred having just a color for the light, kind of like with the Gundam models. Just have a sticker or something, or at least something bright instead of just having lights. And sooner or later, the lights will run out of battery. And a lot of times you're not even gonna try to open up the lights. So it's just looking at kind of like a dead eyes there on your display case. And this also too was a little bit difficult to assemble here. There's a bit of a gap, and I tried my best to push them together, but like I said, it's kind of hard. It's kind of squishy. Usually blocky models you can just snap them together, but for some reason this Starscream one, it's squishy. It doesn't really snap together too well. And once again, I'm struggling with these two pieces here. It just won't snap together. There's still a gap. I tried for like a minute or two trying to put this together. Just wouldn't come together. There's still a gap there. Yeah, eventually I just decided to move on. Sometimes I spend way too much time trying to fix things, and I really need to just move on sometimes. It's still not perfect, but it's close enough. And like I said, it doesn't snap together. And Blokees stuff is supposed to snap together. I mean, they're supposed to make it easy for us, but this wasn't easy. And this piece too, also, I struggle with trying to get it right. You have to align the holes in there and then really push it down on it. And when I push it down on it, my thumb hits that thing sticking out. And it really hurts. Yeah, you see, you have to really push it down and it comes way out. And I poke my thumb on that red thing sticking out. I think it's probably this one. There you go. See, I just hit myself on that red thing there. That hurt. So yeah, to be honest, I did not enjoy building this model kit. Not my favorite. It was a bit of a struggle, so not very fun. I kind of look at building model kits as something fun to do, not something to struggle doing. And they made it a struggle for some reason. It almost reminds me of the that Flame Toys Megatron one. Yeah, that was a struggle. But this one wasn't as bad as that, but yeah, still pretty tough. Now you might have a better fit than I do. I don't know, maybe mine was just one of those model kits that just didn't work together. But your experience might be a little different. Because you'll see later on that I could actually, like on the feet, one side didn't work, but the other side worked pretty well. So maybe I did something wrong, or maybe I didn't cut a piece out or something like that. I'm not sure. But it's a pretty simple and quick build if you didn't have to struggle like I did. So be sure to fit that part in like that, not from the top, but from the bottom. And you can't really bend it forward. See, well, can't really bend it too much without having it come apart. You have to put in that other piece there. Yeah, this piece here, so it doesn't fall apart. So yeah, it's a pretty quick build actually. I was kind of surprised by it. Or at least quicker than the Action Edition. But however, from what I'm seeing with this classic class ones, I'm actually not that impressed with it, to be honest. I think I would have preferred the Action Edition or the regular Blokees. I mean, it looks great and all, but yeah, it's kind of like a high grade in Gunpla terms. Although it's not as advanced as the high grade, but it's kind of like the similar size and built amount, I guess you can call it. So it's kind of between their regular size Galaxy version and their Action Edition. So it's in between those two. So it's like a high grade. And once again, go attach it from the back end here, so you don't break that piece. I also don't notice the plastic looks somewhat not as high quality as the Action Edition. I mean, it still looks pretty good, but yeah, it's not as high quality. At least to me, it doesn't look as high quality. But at least you don't have to put any stickers on like you do with the Gunpla stuff. They already have printed stuff on there, like that blue and the purple, the Decepticon insignia. So it's not a sticker, it's already been painted or printed on it. So this piece was a little confusing because it came off the runner when I took it out of the bag, so I didn't know which side was which. Luckily I chose the correct one. And this piece here is kind of confusing. I kept putting it in the wrong way. So the red should be pointing downwards. The lines should be pointing downwards. And here I'm doing it incorrectly because I have this side going downward and the other side going upwards. And I actually took it apart and reassembled it, and I did it again the same way. It was upside down. One side was correct, the other side was upside down. You had to take it apart here. So I had to take it apart twice actually. And I believe this might be the correct way. So now I'm being very careful. Make sure I got the right piece in there. It's right side up. We're good. And as you can see, all the joints, they don't really join up flush. There's always a bit of a gap. And that's why I'm kind of complaining about the quality and the difficulty of it, because there's a gap in there, so you think that you should like snap it together or have it come closer together, but it doesn't. So this piece, make sure it's nice and leveled. That little slot should go right in there. It should slide right in that little hole there. So it has to be like straight in. You can't do it on an angle. See, that piece snapped in. So that's what I wanted to hear from building this model kit. but you don't really hear it. So that's why you're not that's why I'm not sure if it's really fitting well. Yeah, the entire build seems a little squishy. And even with this joint here, there's a bit of a gap. So I wasn't sure if it was secured or not. So it comes with two different hands, the closed one and the open one. And I decided to go with the closed one. And the way to put this hand in there, you don't want to go in like that. Don't do that. You're gonna break it. I almost broke it. You have to do it on its side, like so. There you go. It fits better like that. Goes in a lot better, cleaner. But for some reason, this one snapped in, but the other one didn't. I mean, I didn't hear a snap or feel a snap, but it was in, so I guess that's fine. Yeah, but this right arm was a bit easier to snap the hand in there. So the left arm would just be the opposite of what we just did. Once again, have it going downwards. And it's the opposite side of what we did on the other one. But honestly, I'm not sure it really matters. It might, but yeah, I'm not sure. Because they both look the same and they're both going to the same kind of way. And once again, make sure it slides in there. So I wish Blokees would make a actual Starscream, the G1 version, instead of the classic class. I think they would probably make a killing. Because right now the G1 is coming out from Target as an exclusive action figure, and they've already been sold out. So Starscream's very popular, and I'm kind of wonder why they don't make Starscream that often. I think it's probably the licensing. It's way too expensive just for Starscream because he's so popular. And there are companies dedicated to just creating Starscream characters or something similar. One of his seekers or whatnot. Yeah, I wish they would come up with the Action Edition G1 Starscream. I'd definitely buy it. Once again, come up from the side like so. This one was a little more difficult to put in. Don't know why. It didn't quite snap in. It just kind of went in. And I didn't even realize it went in. Yeah, it's kind of, that one was kind of squishy when I placed it in there. But I gotta admit, the overall detail of it was really nice. It has a lot of details. And like I said before, once you finish building it, it looks great. It's just some issues here and there with the build. And this crotch part, not many pieces, so it's kind of quick and easy. But once again, I did struggle with this piece. So just about every piece was a bit of a struggle. Every part of it. Well, almost every part of it. Part of the head, part of the arm, part of the legs, part of the crotch, part of the feet. See, this one I'm having a hard time putting it in there. I thought I put it in the wrong hole or something. Yeah, it's very tough. You have to really push it in there. And I was afraid I might break those pins. Gotta wiggle it in once it's in. It's very tight. Everything about this model kit was very tight. That was why it was so difficult building it. I mean, I guess it's good that it's tight so it won't fall apart, but it's kind of a pain trying to put it together. And this part, you might want to go from the bottom to the top, not from the top to the bottom like what I'm doing, because you'll see here on the bottom it's not connected. See there? And I couldn't push it in, so I had to use a little tweezer there to get it into the hole. And I could have broken it. Those little pins, I could have broken it when I did that. See, there's a gap there. That was kind of a... See how difficult it was to build this? There's always some issues. Just doesn't go in very easily. Even though there's not many pieces here, it just wasn't that easy to build. And my thumbs were already in pain from the beginning, trying to squeeze those heads together. It's kind of a shame really, because I was building this for my birthday and I wasn't enjoying this build. So as you can see, it's going by pretty quickly. But then again, I did edit a lot of it where I struggled. Now this was also confusing. I wasn't sure which way it was supposed to go. But the manual showed it going the other way here. That way. So make sure you get it in the right position. Or else it would be very, very difficult taking it apart. Because this is very, very tight. I had to make sure before I put it all the way in there. So this was very, very tight here. I had to use all my force just to get it all the way in there. Yeah, it's a bit of a struggle. You see what I'm saying before? How difficult it was? Just made it so tight and so difficult. See, if you made a mistake on that one, it'll be almost impossible to take it apart without breaking it. Because it's so tight in there. If you try to wiggle it out and you didn't do it nice and cleanly, it'll break off. Once again, I try to push it together, but there's always a gap. Like almost every piece, there's a bit of a gap. And I'm not sure if it's tight or not. Because you don't want to have it come apart later on. Yeah, I feel like the person who designed this one, the engineer, didn't do a very good job with Starscream. And it makes me kind of worried because I actually bought more of the classic class ones. I actually have 4 more classic class that I bought, and I'm gonna have to build them, and I'm kind of wondering if I'm gonna struggle as much as this one, since it's already not my favorite. I might just stick with the Action Edition or the Galaxy in the Defender. And here's the prom right here, this piece, this blue piece here. No matter what I do, it just wouldn't go flush. It just keeps popping out. The top part keeps popping out. So I edit out about maybe 2 minutes. Yeah, 2 minutes of me struggling, trying to put this piece in there. I think it was over 2 minutes, 2.5 minutes. I just couldn't figure it out. See, it goes in, but then it doesn't stay in at the top. It just keeps popping out. It doesn't lock in. Just see how loose it is. See, I'm trying my best to push it in. It just pops right out. Like, eventually I kinda got it in there, and I just pretty much gave up on it. Here I pretty much just gave up on it and just moved on. I had to relax a bit, take a break. My thumbs were hurting, and I actually cut my thumb on that thing, trying to push it in there. That blue one, the feet one. Yeah, my thumbs weren't bleeding, but I can tell it was cut. As you can see, you could probably see it. My left thumb. There's a cut there. It's like a white cut there, but it wasn't bleeding. Here we go again. Came apart. Then I had to push it back together again. I decided to actually take it apart. Try to push it in there instead of using my thumb. Look at this. I'm trying as hard as I can, and it's still... It kind of goes in. I mean, that's pretty much as close as I could get it. And I just decided to just leave it. Yep, that's done for now. You'll see me going back to it again. Yeah, I'm a bit OCD, so when things don't line up, it drives me crazy. Yeah, the designers, the engineers didn't do a good job on that one. I wonder if it's the same designer and engineer that did the Megatron, the Flame Toys Megatron G1 and IDW version. Because those are the hard ones, really difficult to assemble. And it doesn't fit too well, kind of like this one. Doesn't fit too well. I think a lot of the problems that when they build these models, they don't actually build them. They just build them on the computer and then they send it out to the factory to churn them out and sell them. But there's no one actually sitting down building it and seeing what the issues are. And I can tell when no one's doing any quality control. Like this one, no one's doing any quality control to make sure it actually fits. So that's a negative for Blokees there. Even though I love Blokees, I gotta say it how I see it. Now this one fits better. As you can see, it's a bit more flush. But for some reason the other one, the right leg, didn't fit too well. But I actually struggled with that one too, but I took out most of the footage. But eventually I was able to get it nice and flush, like so. So with this, the feet here, I didn't do much with it, but the other one, I went back to fix it, and I actually clipped out a piece of it at the bottom near the toes to see if I could actually fit it a little bit better, and it did fit kinda a little bit better. So yeah, that was it. I mean, it fit pretty well. It's similar to the left one, so the right feet kind of on par with the left one, so that was good enough for me, and I just want to move on. Got the wrong piece there. Make sure you got the right one, because it does need to go over some of those holes there. So this is a little tank. I'm not sure why there's a little tank vehicle. I'm guessing it's like Megatron or something. A little miniature Megatron. I would have preferred a Starscream jet. A little Starscream jet. But this is like a little Megatron version, vehicle version. And be careful with this piece over here. On the manual, it says that you can pull it up so the turret comes up, but be careful, you could break it. And that little piece on top, that's from the bag. So if you can't find it, some of these pieces are from the bag. Yeah, later on, I actually tried to pull up the turrets while I was taking the pictures, and I almost broke it. There's some stress marks on it. When I pulled it up, it came all the way out, and there were some stress marks at the bottom, close to the bottom. So yeah, I could have broken it. So I wouldn't recommend you pulling it up, putting the turrets up. Now tilting it up is fine. I mean like pulling it out like this. Pull it out. And I almost broke it when I try to take a picture. I think this is when it kind of gets stressed like that. I try to do that. See? I think that's when it kind of got stretch marks. I could have broken it. Once again here. Just gotta push it down, gotta be careful. So it's better to just leave it down. Alright, we're already at the end here. That was quick. And as I'm assembling this, please like and subscribe. So as you can see, the finished product looks pretty good. Not as the same quality as the Action Edition, but it has a lot of good details and complexities, but difficult to assemble because it doesn't always snap together. These snap together, but most of it's kind of squishy. And I almost forgot about the lights when I put this together. I just remembered it lights up. Then you have to hit it. There you go. To get it to light up. It's okay. It's not too bad, but not very bright though. Like I said, once the light goes out, it's just dark. It looks a little dead. I would have preferred just having stickers or something, or a brighter color in its place. Yeah, looks good, and I was able to fix the feet somewhat. I mean, it's still a little janky, kind of comes out a little bit, and some of the joints feels a little bit loose. Well, not the joints, but the way they put together. It's not flush on some of the pieces, but yeah, it looks good. If you don't mind some of the struggles and difficulties, and if you really like Starscream, then yeah, pick this one up. But for me, I didn't really enjoy the build, but I do like the finished product, and I have about 4 more classic class to go, so you'll see me build more of these classic class editions. And that's it for now. Thank you and for watching, and I'll see you again next time. Bye bye.